we now use a very small percent of our electrical power. And because of that, we're basically powerless. You guys, you're a demigod that's been put to sleep. I can't even begin to explain to you, like, where we're supposed to be at this point, right? Again, we're made in the image of the Creator, yet no one behaves like it. So we're a God species that's been put to sleep largely, right? And those of us who see it are considered insane. That's part of the mind control. It's designed that way intentionally. They even hint at that in the Secret Covenant. I think it's the first line in the Secret Covenant. An illusion so grand and so vast that those who see it will be considered insane. That's not the exact phrase, but it's something real close to that, guys. That's part of the mind control. People have been turned into these herd creatures, and they follow a mainstream consensus. And anyone who walks the other way, like Lucifer, right, and says no to the fucking momentum of the crowd, the masses, they're considered insane. But you've got to stop caring what the collective herd cares about, because they're zombies, guys, literal Hylic zombies. Why would you care what they think? They're plugged into the wrong software. You've got to remember that that's how they're designed to behave. They're non-player characters. They're NPCs. They only can operate within the confines of their programming, the programming given to them by this culture and this Archon fucking hierarchical system. So I want you to start dreaming of a world of peace, no wars, shamanic science, technological breakthroughs, biological breakthroughs, genetic breakthroughs, where we can re-access or reawaken the Kundalini and keep it lit 24/7. Because I can assure you, when that Kundalini's moving through you, there are no limits, guys. You can now perform things that science, etc., the mainstream consensus currently says is impossible. That kind of stuff currently can only exist on the big screen in Hollywood, as they hypnotize you with their Hollywood magic. That type of magic can only exist in your video games, right? Even though you're made in the image of the Creator, but you have a bunch of limitations. Guys, this is a forced servitude system. And they've re-engineered us to have all of these limits so that we're basically like prisoners in this little Earth quadrant, if you catch my drift. So, like, start seeing in your mind's eye the destruction of these parasites that have been running the show for far too long. Their reign of terror can't last forever, guys, right? It just can't. It can't. So the secrets of the earth have been veiled for far too long. The secrets of the human body, the mysteries of human consciousness. In the doorway to God, while in the flesh, Kundalini, that's been turned off. So the return of Christ will be Kundalini waking up again. And it can happen at any moment on a collective level, right? Maybe then my videos will start getting some views, right? If the world populace had a collective Kundalini awakening, maybe then my videos might start getting some traction on YouTube. But until then, it's us, guys. Those of you who fucking can sense the truth in my words, and I know a lot of you guys have experienced stuff very similar to me. The sorcery states of consciousness, shifting the assemblage point. That's one of the biggest keys here, because the collective has a habituated assemblage point, which dictates how much of the electromagnetic spectrum their consciousness and their body can actually perceive. Their eyes, their optics, you name it.
I can't help but ask myself daily, what the fuck is actually going on here? I have witnessed so many radical changes to this world in the 32 years that I have been here, most of them sadly drenched in evil. The enemy is busy building its empire, a dystopia built upon the ashes of a free world forgotten. AI, surveilled, digitized, genocide, scorched earth, hive mind, drone. We are being led by demons, masquerading as our saviors, an iniquitous oligarchy composed largely, but not entirely, of an elite class of psychopathic technocrats, eugenicists, behavioral psychologists, etc. Operating entirely through subterfuge, this consortium of evil has created a most genius veil of camouflage, enabling them to quite literally pose as a knight in shining armor coalition of humanity's saviors, promising to liberate the masses from the very afflictions that this inner circle of evil gave birth to. Ephesians 6:12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.